Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another super cool radio interview. I'm your host, always, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have some great guests joining me at this time who I'm excited to have back on the podcast. Been over 3 years since their last appearance. They've been very busy since the last interview. They released the new EP, the Siren Rises Part 1, The Witches, and of course they have an awesome UK tour starting in June. Please welcome Maggy and CM from Illusions of Grandeur.
Hey
guys.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, nice to be with you again.
Nice to have you guys back on. As I said, it's been a long while since our last interview, so it's awesome to chat with you guys again.
Yeah, lots has happened.
Don't say we've had quite a lot happening since the last time we were on. Yeah,
for sure. So I know we got a lot to highlight in this interview, catching up with you guys. But I'm kind of curious. I wanted to start, from a show you guys had over the weekend. You guys performed at the Whiskey. How did that go?
The Whiskey's always great.
We've become like the house band there. It's kind of been pretty cool. We relocated here to Los Angeles last June. Our label and our management brought us here, and we've played the Whiskey 5 times.
5 times.
And then Viper, and then we've been playing around Hollywood and West Hollywood and
Bar Sinister.
Bar Sinister. If you haven't ever checked out Bar Sinister, go check it out. Saturday nights, it's gothy. And it's a good time. Yeah, so it went great. We played with Society 1 and Scum Love and a band called Blackjack.
Well, right on. I'm glad everything went well for you guys. So, like, with the move to LA, how was that? Like, is it like any different cultures from where you were? Like, has it been fun? Like, how's the move been?
All over the place in a good way.
No, it's been all positive.
Really positive stuff. We came out here and I was nervous and I didn't think that we would be received as well as we have been. You come out here and it's like being a
small fish in a
big pond, at a big pond, So it was a little bit intimidating, and then we kind of blew the doors off.
Yeah.
The first show we played at the Whiskey and immediately got accepted into like the Whiskey family, basically. So we've been lucky enough to play.
It's been really cool. I mean, I lived in LA previously, and it was a different culture. Now I think the bands are a little more open. People aren't so much in competition.
Yeah.
The music industry has changed. It's not everyone like trying to get signed. So it's a lot more, there's a lot more support. The bands have been really cool. The Whiskey and the Whiskey management and the Rainbow and all that and Viper management and all, they've been like so cool.
Yeah.
And we've been able to play a headlining show at the Viper and then 5 shows at the Whiskey. Like we're doing a little, I guess,
twice at the Viper.
Resident, doing like a little residency at the Whiskey. But we're taking a break because we're leaving in June for the UK. The Siren Hellfire tour starts, and we're so happy to be back to see all our friends from all of June in the UK. And then it's just after that, it's a whirlwind, and we got some tours we're going to be announcing coming up.
Oh yeah, we have some really cool announcements coming up.
Yeah, so I mean, and you're asking what the move.
So we drove across the country.
Yeah, we drove across in our tour van, but we had 4 small U.S. tours last year, like month-long tours. Mm-hmm. So we drove across the country four times. Complete
4 times. He was so funny. He starts talking about like, oh, people are asking when we're coming back to the East Coast. He's like, so I'm thinking like, like October maybe, and I just like. Like, are you driving this time?
Siren insists on driving.
Yeah,
but so in 2024, we traversed the United States 4 full times, northern, middle, and southern.
Yeah.
From East Coast to West Coast, Nashville and New York City and Illinois, Michigan,
Ohio,
Texas, which was don't go to Texas in August. It's
extreme.
It's a metal crowd, but it's hot. So it was. So that's what the move was. It was when we finally got here. We were kind of like
for a second, anyway. You have to breathe for a minute.
For like a minute.
Yeah.
I'm glad the travel went overall very well for you guys. So I'm kind of curious. So like, who's the better driver?
Me.
Yeah.
I can drive the rig with the trailer on it, back it up.
It's like
put it wherever it needs to
it's
be.
40 foot of rig between the van and the trailer, and
it's fun riding with him sometimes. He's like, do you know your proximities? Can you see, do you see the truck? Do you see him? Do you see him coming? I'm like, oh my God, I've done this a million times. I've got this. Like,
yeah, and
trust
that's
me, honey.
a lot of, and we're asleep in the back because we got a TV, we got the Xbox, we're hooked up watching Disney Plus, chilling, streaming Daredevil and Marvel movies, and having fun. But when you're, and like a lot of people don't talk about this, but when you're driving and you have like our tours, we'll leave LA and drive to like
36 hours.
to Austin, Texas, or New Orleans,
Something
and start the tour. We try to go to the furthest point
And then
and
come
work
back.
our way back.
Yeah.
So you have about 3 days of just driving, and it's crazy. Like we drove to Rockfest last year in Michigan, and that was a 36-hour straight drive. I don't think we shut the van off once.
Yeah, he was like, is the van overheating? He's like, what are we at temperature wise? I'm like, it's all right, but it's, you know.
We left Los Angeles and drove all the way
So
to
that
Michigan.
was because of our lovely drummer having to work, even though we told him like, hey, make sure
So
the show's this day, but you need to account for drive time, and he didn't.
Yeah, so it's not, people don't talk about when you're on the road overnight and it's just trucks, which move America, which is great, but it can be a bit much when it's just like 36 hours straight of driving through truck routes.
And when you're driving like the rig like that, the gravitational pull from the truck, if you're not careful and you get too close, like you can feel yourself going into it. It's like, holy shit, like hold steady.
So yeah, it's there's the road stories, and you stop in some interesting places. It's pretty cool.
There's a few places I get more vocal than others. Like South Dakota is beautiful because there's nobody on the road.
Yeah.
Utah's pretty easy too. Texas, we don't want to talk about Texas.
But people drive in Texas. Like the average speed limit is like 80, 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No joke.
Try doing that with a rig.
Yeah, try and like people like flying by you. So, but it's a lot of driving. It's fun. The shows were amazing. Great time.
Oh yeah, Rockfest was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a crazy.
That was a great show.
Yeah. It was a crazy year, and now we were kind of taking a breath, like, we're good. And then we get here, and all of a sudden we got booked a bunch here, which is, I'm not complaining.
Amazing. No, it's been amazing.
But we're happy to get back on the road, especially get back to England. That's like a second home for us, so can't wait.
Oh, definitely, for sure. And, kind of diving into that tour, I was going to say later in the interview, but since we're talking about it, I do want to talk about, obviously, the upcoming tour. I believe it starts on June 10 in the UK. So, like, how do you prepare for, like, you obviously talked a lot about the US, tours you guys want, but how do you prepare for a UK tour?
You start preparing way early.
Yeah, months in advance.
Lots of rehearsals. We also, I'm going to throw this in here because it's going to come up at some point. We have a wonderful new drummer. Loved our former drummer that we had here in LA. It wasn't like that. We just needed somebody that had more availability. And we found a beautiful angel, and I'm so grateful for him.
And he comes from a hardcore band called Better Left Unsaid.
Yeah.
Brent Terry, great guy. But yeah, I mean, preparing for a UK tour, you gotta arrange backline or ship gear. We have to have merch made in the UK because if you ship it in, there's I don't know if you've ever heard about the taxes in the UK, but
Yeah, crazy.
So and it's a lot of arranging, especially mostly it's almost like festival style shows. So we're putting together a lot of different bands we're playing with. We're getting to go back to the home of Iron Maiden, Cart and Horse in London. And that was really cool. That show is pretty much sold out.
Yeah.
So
they wanted to do 2 days, and we were a little I was like, who's gonna, like, we're not that,
who's gonna come?
Who's gonna come 2 days?
Apparently that probably would have worked, but we missed out. We booked another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. I mean, and then arranging transportation, getting everyone there, making sure.
Yeah.
So, and then we're doing the show is not completely changed, but changed a lot. Brand new music, brand new theatrics, brand new costumes, brand new makeup, brand new, pretty much everything. Rebranded the band last year. Went a little heavier. You could say we have elements of industrial now, I guess you could say. It's interesting because we have a lot of our fan base over there kind of know us as a theatrical metal type band, and now we're attracting like a whole new audience around, not just there, around the world, of people that are interested in a little more like, I don't know how to even put it, like Nine Inch Nails, kind of heavier style industrial. So
Yeah, which came with like a little change in the vocals too. Like I've been doing a lot more
she growls
screaming and
now.
growling, and yeah, I never really done that before.
I didn't think you could get scarier, but I did.
So yeah, I'm excited for England. I've been preparing, and for me, I get so much anxiety packing, he'll tell you. So like I have to really plan out like what I'm gonna wear and how I'm gonna manage to go to Europe for 3 weeks and take 2 bags.
Yeah, it's
Because I always overpack, and it's like my costumes fit into like a Ziploc baggie, like all 6 of them, even with all the tights and everything, I can just like put in like a vacuum seal bag. But I told him, I was like, I'm taking 2 backpacks. Like I'm not doing this again this year. So for me, I have to start planning way in advance, even, aside from the music and everything, like for what I'm going to take and how I'm going to pack it. Cause it just.
well, and also US tours, we tend to do like 2 on, 1 off.
Oh yeah.
3 on, 1 off. England, it's like
go, 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 go.
You're shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
You just go, it's like boom, 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 show after show after show. I think we have 1 day off throughout the entire tour. So the physicality of that,
It's exhausting sometimes.
It's exhausting, and especially now we're in LA, so we're 3 hours even further back. So jet lag is a thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be real this time.
Yeah, so we have learned from our past 3-4 tours in Europe and England to not put a show on the day you arrive.
Oh, I'm gonna stop him right there because his crazy ass
here.
almost did that to us again. And he's so like nonchalant about it in the moment. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, it'll be fine. Like we'll fly in, and it's Whitney. Like it's our home over there. Like Whitney's like our home base over there. It'll be fine. And then we'll just chill for a little bit, and then we'll play the show. But then we'll get to go sleep." I'm like, "Are you fucking joking me right now? Like who's older? Because you're out of your mind. I'm not getting off a plane that jet lagged and crashing and burning into a show, which we've done before.
They're the best shows.
Oh my God. I can't even remember that. We did that in England the first time we were there. We flew. We maybe got like 4 hours of sleep, maybe, and then had to go play a show. His gear blew up. I was asleep in the back literally 5 minutes before we went on. So I'm like, no, we're not doing that, you crazy man. This is the things he does to me. And he's like, I'm like, you're all cool about it. I'm like, it's not this one.
It's fun. It's an adventure. Why not?
Like, I have to sing.
So what goes into it? The long-winded way.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, sorry. A lot.
Okay, well, yeah. a lot going on with that. So I'm glad there's no show on the arrival day for you guys. At least you get to catch up on some sleep.
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely it sounds definitely more intense than like a US tour. Like there's a lot more to calculate for, I think, with a UK tour or like Europe in general compared to being in the United States where you live.
Yes.
Yeah, driving on the other side of the road.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
If she hears at the roundabout.
At the roundabout, if one more time, just say it one more time. You know what I mean? It's like that's like a little kid thing. Like one more time, I dare you. Like yeah,
it's all
at the roundabouts. The nice thing about England though too is we've been there so many times now. We know like all their gas stations have like fresh food,
good food,
fruit, vegetables, salads, sandwiches, like really, really quality stuff at a gas station. So that's kind of nice because in America, after a certain time, depending on where you are,
can't get
it's Waffle House, Wawa. If you're out here, you're fucked.
There's nothing out here.
There's like at least not where we are. I mean, you like a Jack in the Box or In-N-Out will be open, but other than that, really nothing. So
Californians are serious about their burgers.
Yep.
You wouldn't know it.
Yeah. So if you're vegetarian or a chicken eater, you can just forget it after a certain hour.
Yeah, you're getting burgers.
So
I'm fine with, but yeah,
that's what's nice about England is you can just stop at a gas station and get a fresh thing of fruit or,
No, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's got a little healthier option.
Yes, which I love because I can't eat pizza and crap all the time.
But we can't wait to get back there because we have so many friends there and so many fans. And
Yes.
we've been embraced there since our first tour in 2017? 2018. And it's been great. Last time we were back in 2022, we hit a lot of places, and this time it's even a longer tour. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we got a lot of new music, a lot of different, whole new show to put on, and we're really excited to get back there. And then the rest of the year holds a lot of touring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Once June 5th, I think, or June 4th, whatever it is, whenever we leave, it's like, again, we're shot out of a cannon until Christmas.
That's what I told him last year. I said, by the time we stop, it's going to be Christmas. And it was. And so now it's the same thing. I'll say that to him right before we get on the plane. By the time we stop, it's going to be Christmas.
Yeah. It's funny because we'll be on the road and she'll be like, day 10, day 12, day 20. I'm like, oh shit. Because the days just kind of,
they go. Yeah, they just go
into one another. But I wish I could announce the October and November tour.
Yeah, no, the November tour is really exciting.
Yeah, it's back in Europe. I can give that away, but it's going to be in Poland and Vienna and Norway,
Czech Republic.
It's
Germany,
Budapest. So but we can't reveal all of that yet because we're opening for somebody who's really cool, and they want to announce the tour, not us.
Yes.
Understandable, but I look forward to that announcement. Sounds like it's going to be an incredible tour hitting a lot of different countries in Europe. So looking forward to when, obviously, that announcement can be made. But I'm kind of curious. So, like, with this upcoming UK tour, like, with the set, I'm curious for you guys, what is your favorite song to perform live in the set?
Oh, man, that's a tough one because the new EP, like, I absolutely love performing the new EP.
We just started. If people that came out this past weekend saw us perform "Sacrifice"
for the first time,
and that is my favorite song off the new EP, and it slams. And we've decided to open. I'll give it away. We're opening the show with "Sacrifice."
Yeah.
And it's just it's for us. We love it.
I like it a lot because dynamically it's vocally all over the place. But I gotta say, so we're at the Whiskey. Sorry, little side thing with that. Talking about what our favorite music is to play. So not this show, but the previous show that we played at the Whiskey. I came off stage and I was talking to people like I always do, and a group of guys came up to me, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so badass! You're like Korn, but like with a female vocalist." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like finally somebody said it, because that is like what I've been trying to harness for this the whole time is like have and I have like other elements and people that influence me. Obviously you can hear it in my vocals, but Jonathan Davis has been just so near and dear to my heart for so long, since I was a very little kid. So somebody said it and I got so fucking psyched. So all the new stuff for me, I love performing it better than the old stuff, because the old stuff has more of like
it's rock and
it's more rock theatrical. This has a little more of the industrial element with the and a little bit heavier.
We've also updated some of the older songs.
Yes,
with some newer sounds.
Yeah.
And then we're also on this tour. We're going to do something we haven't done probably since we did the Ukraine tour. We're playing a couple songs that are unreleased.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
yes, we are.
One of my favorites it's called "As It All Burns," and there is actually live versions of us out there doing it. But there's
that's not out there.
No,
As It All Burns isn't out.
It's not recorded.
I didn't know out there.
We had a whole album we had prepared in 2023. Kind of behind this, we've recorded 36 songs, finished them, and we were ready to release that. And then the kind of opinion came like, maybe we should wait and try and do something different.
Well, we needed to pivot, I think.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of said before, like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. So we came out here to LA. We got new producers.
Yeah, we really shook it up.
Brandon and
Wolf
and Jeremy Wolf.
Yes.
You can see them. They play guitar and bass on New Year's Day.
Yes.
They work with us, and
they're amazing. They helped with the new EP.
So it was kind of like let's bring some new people into our very tightly knit camp.
Yes.
And make some sonic adjustments, and it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been going so well in the crowd, and the reception has been amazing. So we're super happy.
So not one song, all 4 of the new ones are just a blast to perform.
Yeah.
So.
If you haven't listened to the Siren Rises, part 1, The Witch, listen to it, because part 2 is in the works right now.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
Well, I've had the opportunity to listen to the EP, and what I really noticed, obviously following you guys for a few years, definitely a change, musically with it. But I also like it. It's obviously it's heavier, a little bit, I think a little bit darker at times compared to like something like I enjoyed the previous music, but I think this one is definitely like a fresh chapter for you guys, and it's nice to change it up a little bit, and I very much enjoy it.
Thank you. We're really proud of it. That it was nerve-wracking for me because I wasn't sure how like the new vocal style was going to be received. That's like totally uncharted territory for me. My vocal coach will not teach me that, so that's all self-taught. And shout out to Lena Scissorhands. I definitely have seen some of her screaming tutorials, and I use some of her warm-ups now. So that was a little nerve-wracking. It's always like you're putting your soul out there, but then that was like, here's a new aspect of me, and hopefully you guys like it, kind of thing.
Yeah, a couple of our fans, especially speaking of the UK, a couple of our fans from over there, they're fans from First Record, from the Songs of the Siren album, and that album is, if you listen to them, that album is completely different than what we're doing now. But it's still, there's elements, there's still us.
Yeah.
But and that's what they reached out. Chris reached out to me, and he was like, it's just so badass. He's like, but he still hears the core. It's still the core of us, of what we do, but it's just been refined a little bit and changed. Well, it's new.
It's interesting too to be out here and it's like a new set of ears, if you will, perceiving our music, and like to see what people say. Like, just for instance, when we played Bar Sinister, we had a headlining show there, which was an absolute blast. That's great crowd for us. We introduced, all this new music, and it was like uncharted territory. We weren't really sure how everything was going to be perceived. And then there was a gentleman there that he does video a lot of places in LA, and he did this crazy cool video. I think we posted it, and he actually picked a song off the first album, and he saw him one night out, and he was like, oh, have you listened to the new EP? And the guy's like, I'm jamming the first record, man. He's like, I'll get there. And he's like, I love it. He actually put, I think it was like Awakening on the video. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he's like, I absolutely love this album. So it's interesting to hear from like, again, an area we're not from here, to like throw all 3 albums kind of in the mix and see what people pick out. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say my favorite song is The Voyage. I've never performed it live. That was like he made me do it.
Yeah, we were in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Playing.
Yeah.
And we met a great guy named Mike.
Yep.
He's just like a straight up metalhead, like really long dreads, just great
you
guy.
gotta tell him what he said, because it was so funny.
I don't remember.
I remember what he said.
You tell him.
So we played like this really cool club in Alabama, like you're saying, and I come off the stage, and he's kind of intimidating. Like, he's got really long blonde dreads, like really cool looking, like in a big septum ring. And he's like, hey. And I was like, hey, how are you? Like, thanks so much for watching. And he was like videoing. I was like, thanks for being a part of the show, And he's like, yeah. He's like, I gotta tell you. He's like, I was almost out here crying. You threw my dick in the dirt. I was just like, I'm sorry, what?
It was.
So he proceeded to hang out with us, and then he said, I'm gonna come to the show in Nashville at the Cobra. And people say, I'm like, cool, man, we'll see you there. The fuck if he didn't show up?
Yeah, we went went from Birmingham, Alabama to Nashville and played. And then we're literally going, we're in the club, we're setting up, we're doing all this stuff. And then I come out, and there's Mike sitting there.
Sitting at the bar. I'm like, no shit.
And what reminded me of him is he's like, from yesterday till today, he's like, I've listened to both records. And I was like, dude, I said, of course, I'm going to stick my foot in my mouth. Pick a song, man, we'll play it. He goes, The Voyage.
Like, oh, shit.
And I'm like, yeah, we don't do that one.
That was like a afterthought song in a good way, but it was like, oh, we need one more
It's a
thing.
ballad,
like a break,
piano.
like kind of breaks up the album a little bit.
Yeah, it's
the
like
piano,
a journey song.
Yeah.
It's a voyage. So
That was so funny.
but it's like
The voyage.
not a guy you would think
Not at all.
is going to be like, oh, I really like that. It's very Enya. It's very.
I thought he was gonna be like upon my life or something, you know.
Yeah,
Like
you get that a lot. You get upon my life
Yeah.
a lot. Crossing over a lot. Because they're heavy, you know what I mean, and they're very very IOG style songs. But no, he's like the voyage. I was like, yeah,
it's like what?
pick another one. But yeah, he was great, and he posted the live stream the whole show.
Yeah.
And it was I think it was the last show on that tour.
Yeah.
So
It was Cobra in Nashville.
in Nashville.
And we played again not long after that in Nashville. And that time was really cool.
I love that.
I don't care. I'm gonna tell the story because it was cool for me, and it was just like a really neat experience, like in the industry and being in the industry as long as I have and trying to attain, you know, a certain
Oh, you're
level.
gonna talk about that.
I show up at the Cobra again, and I'm getting ready to go on. And I noticed some people walking in the door that looked like way the fuck out of place. Like the girl had like a pearl necklace on and like a really nice white blouse and like a pencil spray skirt.
Not the Cobra.
So I'm like, okay, and you know me, like I'm like, oh hi, how are you? You know, thanks so much for coming out. Holy shit, what are you doing here? You know? So I go in the dressing room to finish getting ready, and my merch girl was walking through, and she said, of course, because it's Kelly, and you know how she is. She's like,
They probably don't.
well, no, okay, so she's very outgoing as well. So she goes, you guys look out of place. and they're like, oh yeah, we're from Sony. And she's like, oh.
Sony Nashville.
Sony
Came out
Nashville.
to see the band.
And she was like,
so
we're here for the Siren. I was like, oh shit. So she comes running in the dressing room. She's like, oh my God, I don't want to make you nervous. And I mean, this is like 5 minutes before we're going to
yeah,
go.
that's not going to make you nervous.
She's like, there are suits here from Sony Records, and they came to see you, and they said they were here to see the Siren. I was like, oh my God.
It's
like,
but
yeah.
my favorite thing of playing the Cobra, and I don't know her name. We have a super fan,
Oh my gosh.
and she stands in the front of the crowd every show and sings every lyric.
Every lyric back to me. Every lyric.
Every
She
lyric.
did fan art. I think we posted it, right?
Yeah.
We posted her fan art. Yeah.
I cannot remember her name. I feel bad,
I know, I can't either. Ugh, we meet so many people.
but she's awesome.
She's on
We'll
there.
remember it after this, and
We'll give her a shout out.
shout out. But yeah, there's stories from the road.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
cool shit, man.
Yeah, we'll be back on the road in the United States. October, we're doing a pretty cool swing, and we'll be announcing that coming up. But yeah, they want us to come back to the East Coast, and we're trying to work it out.
Yeah, he's trying to work it out. He's crazy. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna fly there and I'll see you.
With the amount of gear we have, that's not possible. But
Well, she just said she's going to fly there. She didn't say anything about the gear.
That's nope. Mm-mm.
she'll fly.
I'll fly there.
I'll see you guys when you.
I'll see you guys when you get
in
across the
5
country.
days.
All right, so I was curious before we start wrapping up this interview. So obviously, with the Part 1 EP been released, so obviously as you're talking about more new music, so I'm kind of curious. Can you give any hints of what people can expect from future releases?
Part 2, the Ascension.
So the part 2 is the Ascension. It's the final, finally the Siren is getting to go back up to Mount Olympus. Something else cool we added. Now in our show, you can actually hear the story. So during the breaks of the songs, instead of just playing music, you'll actually hear the story now. So
Yeah, there's narration.
I narrated it, so I'm excited.
So
it sounds pretty cool.
It's a little more cohesive, as before, like people had to know the songs, know the story
Right.
a little bit, which a lot of people do. I always say we have fans on different levels. There are people that just like, oh, I really think that song Demons.
Yeah.
And then there are other people that I'll meet afterwards and they'll be like, so this set list, why did she not do this part of the story and jump to the, I'm like, you know the entire story. Yeah, and they're kind of asking questions why we arrange the story in a certain way to play live. Which the answer to that is simply tuning, because the songs are have a lot of different keys in tuning. So we're doing it in the story order is not. It'd be crazy.
It doesn't always make sense for us to do it that way.
Yeah.
So we've added that,
Yeah,
and that's really
it's
cool.
it's a different show now. And that's something we try and do as well. People that have seen us 50, 60 times, they're come out this time, they're going to see a completely different show. No one wants to see the same thing over and over again, right?
Yeah, and we're starting to sort of I don't want to say transition out of the Siren saga, but because it will always exist. We will always be Illusions of Grandeur with the element of the storyline underneath. But I'm trying to shift slightly into a little more of the witch character. so that we have somewhere
There'll
for
be
the
a new-
storyline
There'll
to
be a
go.
new evolution.
Yeah, so it'll,
on the
Yeah.
record after the Ascension record.
with the music and everything, like everything is evolving and, you know, heading where it's going to creatively fall, you know.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this, evolution for you guys. Obviously, I'm looking forward to more new music, and hopefully I get to catch you guys at a show sometime as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Where are you located again?
South Bend, Indiana, northern Indiana.
Okay.
Well, we'll be going through there.
Oh, we're definitely going back.
Yeah, we're going through there
Yeah.
probably in October. So we'll put you on
I'll
the
be on the
list.
lookout for that.
Come out.
Well, very good. So now I got a fun, brand new question I'm debuting for you guys. So we'll see how this goes.
All right.
So this is a non-music related question. So I'm curious for you guys, if you're on Jeopardy, which non-music category do you think you could run the board, get all 5 answers correct?
Fitness. Fitness, bitches. Oh, by the way, that's what the Siren's doing on the side.
She's a fitness instructor.
I'm getting my certificate. I'm excited.
My favorite skit on SNL is the Sean Connery.
I know where it is.
And,
Yes.
yeah.
I know exactly
So
what
my favorite category is Letits Now. That's Let It
Yes.
Snow. I don't have a life. Music, it'd be music. You know,
It can't be music.
probably outside of me. It has to be outside of music.
Traveling, maybe.
Travel.
Travel.
Yeah. World War II. You know,
Guns and stuff.
guns and things that blow up. Maybe that might be literature. I'll go with literature and make myself sound way smarter than I am.
Gonna say
No one can fact check. You can say whatever you want. You can say like 18th century, like European literature. Like you can say that, and people can't fact check you.
The Baroque period of French artistry is where I would probably excel the most.
Oh, I could see you doing movies.
Movies.
He could definitely do movies.
I've seen way too many movies.
Yeah.
When
yeah,
you're
he could do the
on
movie category.
my streaming game is strong, son.
Yes. Yes.
And when you're on every streaming service and you've seen every movie, because we tour a lot, you got a lot.
We're always trying to find something new to watch. I'm like, shit, what haven't we seen?
And they don't. And I'm going to
Not
say
even-
this, and you're probably going to hate in your comments. But can anyone start making like good movies again? There's a lot of stupid shit out there.
There is a lot of stupid shit.
And I can't. I'll watch something and go, well, that's 2 hours of my life. I'm
Can't
never
get
gonna get back. But I'll watch it because I understand someone wrote it and put a lot of time.
Or
into it.
Marvel.
And Marvel, anything Marvel.
Star Wars.
Anything Marvel. More Marvel than Star Wars. I'm an old school X-Men, 80s X-Men, reader, and I know a lot about that. I'm super excited for the Secret Wars movie. I had Secret Wars first edition, not second edition because they changed it a little too much. But I'm really excited for that. I can't wait for it. So it'll be cool.
As we close on this interview, so obviously you guys have talked a lot about like what the rest of this year looks like for you guys. So I'm kind of curious for everyone like watching and listening, where are the best places to find Illusion of Grandeur online?
Always www.iogmusic.com.
Yep.
We really, from day one of the smartest things we've ever done, the very few smart things we've ever done, is set up IOG Music. So it's, if you go there, you get all our socials, go to our Bandcamp.
Yes.
Let's
go to the
I can't say this strongly enough. Fuck Spotify.
Yeah.
Go to our Bandcamp, follow us if you want to support us, buy something there. But you can get to all our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok, all that fun stuff from there. And normally when you hit us on those, you'll get a member of the band, which usually it's me. But
I just want to tell all gentlemen out there that this is who you're getting.
So when you send me the picture of yourself naked with a soccer ball,
it's on me.
that's me that gets to have that beautiful eye view. So it's, yeah. Thanks, guys. But yeah, they give it their best shot. But yeah, iogmusic.com, and right on the front page is our most recent video for Spine.
Yes.
And we're working on our new single, Her Flag Means Death. So that hopefully it's this summer you'll see that video come out because that's a pretty epic tale that we're doing. So we're trying to expand on that. But yeah, iogmusic.com. That's where to go.
Very good. I will leave some links for Illusion of Grandeur in the description of this podcast. Awesome. Please check out and support them. Make sure to see them live if they're coming to an area near you. But Sia and Maggie, thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with me. It's awesome to see you guys again.
Yeah, it's really good to see you too, man. Thanks so much for having us.
For Illusion of Grandeur, I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.